So I'm Paul Simmons. I work for easyJet as UK Director. easyJet operates across Europe, and one of the things we really try and do is be a European airline rather than a UK airline. So although we are UK owned on the UK stock market, to our customers we can be from anywhere, and we don't have a flag on the tail apart from the European flag. And people in France think we're French, people in Italy think we're Italian, people in the UK think we're British. So we've managed to pull that off across the major markets of Europe, which means we have bases and operations in UK, France, Germany, Spain, Portugal and Switzerland and Germany. And so if you're in one of those countries and you get an easyJet plane, the chances are the crew will be a local crew speaking the local language. And by kind of internationalizing the service, we've managed to have a very broad, wide customer profile. The offer's evolving in a number of ways, and let me talk about a few of them. The first one is our business product. So we started as a leisure airline, and over the last few years we've really been focusing on our network and our schedules to get more business passengers. And in fact, if you look at the top 100 direct routes within Europe, point-to-point routes within Europe, we're on 46 of them, which is more than any other airline in Europe. So we really have got that network together, and that we've been building on frequencies and building on quality of schedule, timings and things like that, to make ourselves as attractive as possible to the business traveller. And that's resulted in the last few years in a real shift in business travellers towards easyJet. One of the other things we've been looking at is what in the customer journey causes issues. And so we measure the 19 steps of the customer journey, have done rigorously for the last 5 or 6 years. And the biggest issue for easyJet is in fact the boarding process. When you get to the gate, it causes anxiety that you don't have a seat number. And the actual boarding process itself can be sometimes not that great, we know that. So we've been looking at what can we do about it. The obvious answer is to give everyone a seat number. The reason we didn't do allocated seating to start with is there was perception that it slows down the turnaround time of the plane. Now, if you're in a low-cost environment, utilization of the aircraft is everything. Keeping the planes employed in the air, earning money is what it's all about, and having them sitting on the ground doesn't help. So the turnaround time is critical, and worrying about that has always stopped us doing allocated seating. But for the last 6 months we've been trialling what happens if we did do allocated seating. So on 5% of routes we've been running a trial where people know where they're going to be sitting on the plane before they get on, and therefore that problem at the gate is alleviated or removed. And actually the trial's working, and we just announced recently we're actually going to roll out allocated seating across the whole network from November, December this year. It's no surprise that customers are looking for value. Our customers are always looking for value. That was the basis of the airline growing in the first place. But I think they really are looking for value now. And what we're finding is we're getting people coming from traditional airlines who may not have flown with a company like easyJet before, and now coming to us more and more. And so the breadth of our customer base is growing based on the value proposition. Value is not just about price. Value is also about customer service. And we place a lot of emphasis with our crew and all of our staff on making sure that we have a great customer experience. Smiling doesn't cost anything, right? So you have to look after people, we understand that. And that kind of little soft touches as well as great value and great pricing is driving our business model right now. So one of the other things we've been doing recently is developing our holidays proposition. So we've kind of seen from general market dynamics that the traditional charter sector is kind of in long-term decline, has been for quite some time, and it's showing no signs of abating. And so one of the things we've done is to come in with our own proposition to provide the best of the easyJet network, the best of flights, with some great value hotels and transfers, to just have an online holiday offering, which is going really well and challenging the industry.